I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be why people match and mirror you. Now, you may have heard me say before that like attracts like, and what actually stimulated me to write about this topic was that I was actually talking to one of my phone coaching clients the other day. And I've been coaching him for about 3 weeks. He's a relatively new client, and he's been just now learning how to show up and how to basically light women up and open them up emotionally to where they go from being bitchy and nasty to them, or they become sweet and charming and nice and helpful and his cheerleader, basically. And we were talking because he'd been having, like last week, we were talking, and this assistant of his who was also married to the guy who runs the firm that he happens to work for, she'd just been being a total bitch to her, and he was sharing this run-in that he had with her. This was last week. He had shared this, this run-in happened a few days before our session last week. And he walks away thinking she's a bitch and she's all wrong, and he told me what he did and what he said and what she did and what she said, and I was like, dude, you're a total fucking asshole to her. You totally fucked up. You were a dick to her. You were selfish. You were unappreciative, and your behavior was inappropriate. You acted totally immature. And what you need to do is to go to her and apologize for what you did, why you did what you did, and how and why it was inappropriate. And basically explain to her, you understand that what you did was fucked up. You just basically say, I thought about it, what I did was wrong, and explain to her why. And so he had this talk with her, and when I talked to him the other day, he's like, dude, you were fucking 100% right. I'm thinking, yeah. Tell me something I don't know. I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong. But I'm not always infallible, but 99.999% of the time I'm usually right. And obviously in this particular case, I knew I was, and he kind of didn't believe me, but he trusted me, and he went and he did what I said. And it fucking completely changed her attitude. He's like, she's been so sweet and so appreciative and so willing to help me. And now she comes into my office and tells me things and gives me a heads up on things I should look out for. And I was like, yeah. It's like, a man who loves women is loved by women because he knows how to treat them and they appreciate them. They run around and they're like your cheerleader. And when you're not around, they defend you behind your back. The last thing you want is the woman who's also married to the owner or the guy that runs your firm to be her going home at night thinking he's a fucking asshole. You should fire that dickhead. But instead, she's going home at night thinking, oh, that guy, he's so awesome. Because now he lit her up. And what she said to him was so awesome. She said, it really takes a big man to admit when he fucked up. And that's what the beauty of it is like an alpha male is not a hard-charging dick where he just imposes his will on everyone. I mean, if he fucks up, he's willing to say, you know what, I fucked up, and what I did or what I said, I know it hurt your feelings, I shouldn't have said it, it was totally inappropriate, and I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, and it won't happen again, blah, blah, blah. And he acknowledges, and what I was saying to him the other day in our session is that people match and mirror what we put out into the world. And so if you're going around pissed off and nasty and assuming that she fucked up and she did wrong things, and so she's responding to you in even nastier tone and a nastier way, and it's just the relationship wasn't very good at that point. And so one 5-minute conversation, and he tells her all this, and then on top of that he says, I want you to know that I really appreciate how much you bust your ass for me. And you always do a good job. You're always dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And I want you to know how much I really appreciate that. Because feminine energy grows through praise. And so when you fuck up, you admit you fuck up. And then you tell her things that you appreciate about her. And she'll be beaming the rest of the day. And I said to him, I bet this is the only time in the past 12 months that she has felt that way or been caused to feel that way by a man, because most guys don't get this shit. Most guys will just be selfish and just think, oh, she's fucking being a bitch, screw her, and move on. Because someone said something to me once, one of my coaches once said, he said, no one will ever do or say anything to you that you don't invite them to do. And so whatever you believe internally, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You know, if a guy's going around and he's bitter and he's pissed off because he's never gotten the kind of girl that he really wants, and he thinks women are assholes or this or that, and so when you think like that, it affects the tone of your voice, it affects the things that you say, because that's simply your perspective. Whereas if you have a perspective like me, where I just think women are awesome, and I think they're fascinating, and I think they're charming, and I just think they're interesting as hell, I love striking up conversations with women wherever I go, and I have the same reactions. I just love celebrating women. I love opening them up. I love making them smile. I love making them feel better. If I'm shooting the shit in line with some chick that's married, or she's telling me about her boyfriend, because it's just because of the nature of what I do, just people that are total strangers, I'll ask a couple questions and they start telling me their whole fucking life story, especially when they find out what I do for a living. They want to know, and it's an awesome ability to have. And when I was sharing with my client, that's the power that you have to uplift women and to make them feel fantastic and amazing, because when you do that, they look at you, because people don't remember what you say to them, but they always remember how you made them feel. And women are emotional beings, and so if you can interact with them in ways that make them feel really good, not by kissing their ass and blowing fucking sunshine up their ass, but by offering an authentic compliment based upon something that you really sincerely, truly like about them, it'll cause them to beam and it'll make them feel good. And just by the nature of the law of reciprocity, they're going to feel like they want to help you. Why? Because you're acting like a dominant male would act. A dominant leader that gets respect is treated, or gives respect, I should say, is treated with respect by his peers. And if you act that way and you're charming, but you're the first to admit when you fuck up or you did something wrong, women and other men will respect you and appreciate you for that and pay you respects as a dominant male. If they think something's coming down the road, whether where you work or something that's a danger to your business, they're going to pull you aside and let you know, because they care about you and they want to see you succeed, and they look up to you and they like you and they appreciate you. So that's something to think about. So if you find this message of value, you can show your appreciation by going down to the Wibiya toolbar at the bottom of your screen. If you're watching this video on my website, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this page or share this video with all your friends and family by clicking the social share buttons, which are located at the top of the video, thanks to YouTube. And if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, you can go to my website, understandingrelationships.com, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs maximum detailing your questions, your situation, or your challenges. And you got to give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session by going to my website, understandingrelationships.com. Click the Products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.